Your Ford is spying on you. The news kind of picked up on this story more recently, but Ford's not alone. Now you can check the timestamps below if you'd like to skip all this talking and get straight to the how-to block Ford from spying on you. But anyways, many major manufacturers are collecting your GPS and accelerometer data, your vehicle data, and even voice conversations and video data, and selling it to data brokers, where it's winding up in the hands of insurance carriers and government organizations. And many of these brokers and manufacturers actually give away this information to government organizations without a warrant. So they just ask and they get it. You can check the link to John Stossel video below to kind of get more information on all of that. Now, if you're thinking this is just for the tinfoil hat types to worry about, you may want to think a little bit deeper. My father's insurance actually recently doubled. He called up USAA and they told him that he was going 156 miles per hour in Braselton, Georgia. Now, for the uninitiated, Braselton is home to Road Atlanta, a racetrack, and his insurance doesn't cover him while he's on the racetrack, so it really should not affect his insurance at all. They shouldn't even know about it. But here we are. Even after he kind of went through all of that with them, they just said, you're stuck. Now, you might not hit the racetrack often or even drive spiritedly on the street, but perhaps you take your truck off-road. The accelerometer data in your truck in your vehicle might be what your insurance carrier uses to raise your specific rates. For my tinfoil hat kind of brother in here, the fact that my truck personally can accelerate and brake without my input is reason enough to get rid of the cellular connection to these systems. If you want to look at the article also linked below for the assassination of Michael Hastings, you might get some more kind of substantiation on that side of things. Now going on to the how of this. So this video, kind of the how-to section, which will be right up next, for this video is going to relate directly to the 2015 plus F-150s, the 2017 plus Super Duties, but it's kind of generally applicable to most Ford vehicles. They all use the TCU or Telematics Control Unit module. It's what gives Ford the ability to have to give your car in-car Wi-Fi, so it connects through a cellular modem. Gives you the connection to the Ford Pass app, etc. It's got a Wi-Fi sensor, modem, GPS antenna. It connects to many of your other systems in your vehicle, modules in your vehicle to collect more data. This module, it'll need to be disconnected if you are kind of ready to move forward to make sure Ford can't spy on you anymore. As well as you'll need to cancel your Ford Pass app and account, because that's another part of this. The Ford Pass terms of service specifically give them the right to collect and sell this data. So that's one big part of this. Now, the steps for you to go ahead and get rid of this system out of your truck. You got a few options. You can do one or all of these. Easiest would probably be to remove the fuse. It's fuse number 8 from my 2020. I believe all the way through the newest trucks, it's also fuse number 8 in the passenger footwell. That will just power down the module. I believe there's still some systems that will be working, so you'd probably want to also go back behind the passenger rear seat. You pull the carpet back a little bit. You'll see in the video later on. It's super easy to do, and you can unplug all of the connectors. If you want to also just go ahead and remove the 3 bolts, pull the module out, you could sell it on eBay. I see they're going for about $100. I've got mine listed right now. And then other than that, deleting your Ford Pass account, you can try and send them an email, ask them for your data to be deleted, or just never sign up for Ford Pass in the first place. That would be a good idea. And then finally, if you've got FORScan, you can go ahead and remove the TCU from the BCM and the APIM modules. You can just kind of search TCU, get rid of all of that, disable everything to do with the TCU so that for the most part your truck doesn't think that the TCU exists. There's one more kind of issue. So, the truck will throw a code for that. It will not put a check engine light up, but the code will be in there when you look with a scan tool like Forescan, one of the serious scan tools. The last code's in the DSP, the digital signal processor. This is part of the stereo, actually, which is kind of interesting. I believe that the microphones in the truck are kind of linked to this whole system as well. But I just don't know how to get rid of that. Somebody will need to figure out what number needs to change in the as-built format to get rid of that. But for the most part, you can do at least 3 of these things super simply. The Forescan's also simple if you have that and kind of understand that system. But yeah, that should be everything. Go ahead and check out the video how-to here. It'll kind of show you where everything's at. Super simple. Get rid of the spying. This is how you completely remove and disable the TCU telematics control module or control unit for your 15 and up F-150, 17 and up Super Duty, etc. First step, going into your passenger side back seat. You can fold this all the way down if you'd like. This hump right here is where this module lives. Literally right in that hump. You can just fish this out of here. There are 2 Christmas tree plastic push pins. Pull those out. Pull down the carpet. This is held in with 3 bolts. Super easy, 3 bolts. Lift up, pull out. There's 3 connectors on it. These 2 have little push pins. This one does too, but these ones are a little more difficult. They're not too bad at all. Pull it out, remove it, throw it on eBay for $100 and sell it. This is model number of mine. I think most of them are exactly the same for the F-150s. Next, move up to the passenger side. Ooh. Fuse box. And right here, there will be, this is fuse 9 on the right, fuse 8 is in the middle, and this should be fuse 30. So fuse 8 and 9 will have a 3-pin fuse, so it connects both fuse 8 and fuse 9 together. There's a spare 5 amp, it's a 5 amp, you're gonna pull it out, put in this spare 5 amp 2-pin just onto 9, so on the right side as opposed to in the middle there. Put that in. I pulled that out of that spare fuse out of pin 35, which is down below, just unused. It was right above this fuse tap I've got going here. Pull that out, and then we will go on to Forescan. This is not necessary, but make it so you won't have any codes or anything like that. There's only 3, I believe, that pop up, which are just saying it can't connect to the TCM. It's nothing that will put anything on your dash. But I've already done most of this here, so the only things that you need to do are go into the APIM module. So that will be over in configuration. So you go into the APIM. And it will be this, the basic configuration, not the as-built. And search for TCU. Disable anything with TCU there. Do the same thing in the body control module here. Same search for TCU, disable. And let me see. Can't recall. Search in the IPC, see if there was something there as well. Other than that, the only code that I have still showing for this issue is in the DSP. The only option is the as-built file, And there's some code that's giving it this, some number there that's saying that the TCM is still, still a part of the system. So somebody could probably figure out which one of those numbers needs to be changed in order to tell the system that there is no TCM in this truck.